triumphant from all our foes. Through the crucible unscathed we passed victorious, our trumpets pealing the glorious song. Play it, sing it, all hail Biafra.
Person, no intelligent Asian person, no intelligent Benin person, no intelligent person from no other part of the country that can be in any of those sensitive positions, except people from one region and one religion, and people are meant to be to exist under that kind of upside down, highly nepotistic situation. That is absolutely impossible. If it was a charm cleared, if it was a mentality bankruptcy, mentality is returned, it's impossible. There can be no peace in such level of inequality, in such level of brazen effrontery at taking a whole nation for granted. Nations of the world did not experience one over 100 of what Nigerians have experienced and scattered in pieces. Soviet Union is nowhere to be found. Yugoslavia was one country that scattered and splintered into 8 countries out of one country. Czechoslovakia splitted into 2. They didn't see 1 over 100 of what we are seeing. Nations in the world that are wise enough, that are multi-ethnic, did their best. The United Kingdom, even though it's a nation, has took care of the ethnic groups and gave zonal autonomy to the British, to the Irish, and the Welsh. Switzerland has 4 ethnic groups, and they make their presidencies sit to revolve around these 4 groups. What is the solution to the situation in our land today? If there must be peace, there must be equity, there must be fairness, there must be justice. People have clamored for restructuring. It is the devolution of power. Otherwise, there may be the dissolution of union. It happened in other places. And we pray and trust God that it doesn't happen in our nation. It's not time to play the ostrich and hide the head under. What is not confronted cannot be conquered. In medicine, we call something the debridement of wounds. You expose wounds in order to repair them. You clean them out in order to repair them. You make them bleed. Truth is what is not spoken. Healing doesn't happen. And it is time to tell the truth. People have been suppressed, subdued, subjugated, and treated, separated as if they don't have sense and they don't have reasoning. And this nation is one of the most intelligent nations in the world. Our doctors, our professionals are the most intelligent around the nations of the world. Nigerian people have the highest rate of PhDs in America of any ethnic group apart from maybe Americans themselves. It is time for us to sit up and say these things must be corrected and do the right thing, and we do the right thing on time so that Jehovah can hear us and answer our prayers. As for every protest going on, 2 wrongs don't make it right. Protests are encouraged to be very peaceful, very calm. No destruction of lives, no destruction of properties in any form. Let life not flow because there is abnormality in the land. And we believe that the Lord will help us. God bless you. I know you will not remain the same. Share this link with your friends.
Begin to speak to me about her. I'm worried. I stopped somewhere last month, and I'm going to throw a little light on another one. And I pray that the authority concerned should listen to me. And it's a statement. Dialogue now, so that you should not be knocking the door for dialogue and there's no dialogue. That's what God told me. I keep saying it. I said there is a spirit in this young man. It is bigger than what physical eye can see. I'm not an Igbo man, I'm a Yoruba man, but I'm speaking as a prophet. I said what I see in this young man is bigger than him. You see the man, the small boy, they call him, what is inside him is bigger. It's an ideology. It's bigger. I said, I see an animal. Which animal did I told you last time? Huh? I said what? A what? A what? A small puppy. And I say, I see a small puppy going forward. All of a sudden, I saw many strange wild animals, lion, bear, great animals around the puppy. Then I saw the puppy look back. I saw that the animals around him are so many. Suddenly the puppy, what I saw last month is different from what I'm seeing now. The puppy is developing some features of wild animals. This prophetic word is not the negative. It's very important. Take the Biafra agitation serious. Dialogue now. Because I see a time, doors are knocked, calls are made. People who are heady are saying we have come down, but these people who are not willing to dialogue again. Please, redeem the time. Days of evil. Dialogue now. Dialogue now. I repeat it again. I'm not an evil man, but I'm telling you what I'm shown in the spirit. I'm seeing great people, important people in this nation coming together and saying, now, okay, we want to sit on the table, let us talk. But the people you want to talk with are saying it's too late. Please, dialogue now. The days ahead are evil. Dialogue now. This is not a cry of a baby. It's a cry of an adult. I repeat it again. Dialogue now. Please. Every authority. There come a time when a revolution is about to take place. The power of gun, bomb, and bullet cannot hold an ideology. Please, dialogue. This is not the time of I have bullet, I have gun, I have bomb. This has nothing to do with bullet and bomb. If you know what I'm seeing in the realm of the spirit, everyone in federal authority should take the Biafra agitation serious. If you are once a father of this nation, sit down around the table and listen to your children. Dialogue now. This is not the time to arrest anybody. It's the time to hear the cry of the people. Dialogue now. Because he's going to be the last resultant solution at the end. But when you're asking, when the king comes down from his throne and he's saying, I'm ready to talk, and everybody is throwing stone at you, then you will know that it is important to dialogue with honor and prestige and go out and there is peace in the land.
You must go and listen to Simon Ekpa, who is doing a very fantastic job. Very great job that Simon Ekpa is doing. Very, very, absolutely fantastic job that he's doing. You must listen to him and share videos accordingly. Very, very important. Is bring a new dimension to this very awareness that we are making, and you must listen to him. Very, very important. Let me ask you, who brought insecurity into Nigeria? Who were the first people to bear arms openly in Nigeria as civilians? Is it your Fulani cattle headsman AK-47?
Idan ba gwamnati ta daure man wanda yake cikin daji ya ta'addanci ba, Allah ubangiji ya tsine ba, Allah dauki rayuwa ta a wurin nan. Bahilla ce saniya aka san shi da ita, sai noma sani ya ba ta haihuwar bindiga AK-47 bahilla ce bai da makerar bindiga AK-47 gwamnati ke turowa har muka samu mu wallahi dalilin da ya sa
you people were the first to carry AK-47, so Fulani can carry AK-47 but not Eastern Security Network protecting the people. I want we black people to engage our brain for once. I know we are idiotic, I know we are animalistic in our disposition, but I want us to reason for once in our lives. Reason, stupid black people, reason for once. Who brought insecurity into Nigeria? The same people that brought insecurity into Nigeria are today lecturing us about insecurity. As a rock, what has been happening in North over these years? Is there anybody left in Zamfara?
And before now, even on the 23rd of May, 5 wards in Katsina were taken over by people believed to be criminal headsmen, and more than 117 persons have already been killed. There are pictures of those people leaving their communities. Maybe the producer will be able to flash those pictures later. People already rendered homeless. They don't have anywhere to go. Already, even the IDP camps are filled to the brim in some of these communities. And when you become an IDP in your country, yes, you don't get the best of treatment. That is the thing. Nobody, you can see them chased away by criminal headsmen from their communities in Katsina,
in Yobe, in Borno. You abandoned all these hotspots of Fulani terrorism, even in the east. Just try it tomorrow morning. This movement will destroy Nigeria completely beyond recognition, beyond every iota of recognition. Everything that you call Nigeria will be evaporated. Everything that you associate with the zoo, Nigeria, will be completely obliterated from the face of the earth. As I speak, you write it down on a piece of paper. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, regardless of where you are domiciled. This very transmission this evening in Biafra land, because for some people it is their morning, for others it is their afternoon, for some others it is their night, or for some it is very early in the morning for them, is being listened to around the world. Everywhere there is humanity, the whole world is listening. The entire planet is listening because they know that we speak the truth. We call it the way it is. Man cannot be stronger than God in heaven. That is why we have come, the kingdom of God to descend down to this very earth, to the very center of the universe, that apologetically the way that we do. My name is Nnamdi Kanu. I am the leader of the religious bloc BIAFRAN, and by the very special grace of Elohim, I will continue to serve the wonderful people of Biafra until the end of time. Of course, my job is, but I will continue to pray for Biafra ceaselessly every blessed day of my life, and 7 times a day I do that. It will never stop until the day of my last breath. What we are involved in is beyond the knowledge of the carnal mind. We are in the spirit. Only if you are in the spirit. I'm sure you will be listening. Then, oh, what is it talking about? Ours is different from yours. Ours is different from yours. You cannot understand it. What is propelling this very movement is beyond the comprehension of mere mortals. You have to be in the groove, in the spirit, to understand understand what we are doing, or else you'll be lost. Of course it is lost.
Tonight, any village in Biafra land, any community in Biafra land that is burnt by any Nigeria agent in any nomenclature, the aim in that area will be engaged. Any facility where they come from to burn and kill our women in our villages, we Biafra people are going to engage them. Be it military barracks, be it 82 division, be it anything, you come and get to burn any village in anywhere in Biafra. From tonight, we will engage you. You know, we have been making this pronouncement before, and I believe that the time has come to make it a reality. It is time we are going to take it upon ourselves. It's man to man, inch by inch, block by block. If it is Dr. Ayaba, we are not going to allow you again to kill our people and go free. It is never going to happen again.
I'm asking a very pertinent question. Is Nigeria working for you? Major General Muhammadu Buhari retired, knew the solutions to Boko Haram till he finally became president. He asked ex-president Jonathan to resign because of insecurity. He cried empathetically. He promised to end Boko Haram in 3 months. But now, he's telling us he's done his best to arm the military. Why isn't he resigning? Governor Fashola knew the solutions to providing stable power supply till he became Minister of Power, and darkness pervaded the land. After trying hard and giving excuses like he only plays a supervisory role, the ministry was assigned to someone else. Power grid still a collapse. The NSAS protests were tagged insurrection. In fact, someone said Aisha Yusufu ought to be in jail for instigating violence. And farmers were beheaded in Borno. Same person asked Aisha Yusufu to lead a protest. Aren't these people supposed to forbid hypocrisy? Is Nigeria working for any Nigerian today? From leaders hoarding food for the poor, receiving kickbacks from government contracts, to farmers needing permission to go to their farms. Is Nigeria working for you? Why is Zamfara's gold for Zamfara and Niger Delta oil for Nigeria? Why is Hisba destroying alcohol, but their state government receive federal allocation for monies received via taxation, including tax on alcoholic beverages? Why are some federal roads abandoned to bandits and kidnappers? Who is in charge of Nigeria's security? The president is talking to us this time. Most times, he has shocked by the rest of us by the absence of good governance under him. Regardless of his promises and the manifesto of his political party, Nigeria has rolled back in terms of development. From Naira continually losing its value to our recently launched locomotive trains breaking down in the middle of nowhere. Nigeria has to be working for some people though. The government can do no wrong. To this set of people, their money isn't being stolen, even if the money is being borrowed, leaving debts for their own children to pay in future. Even if the leaders don't use public institutions, from sending their children to Ivy League schools abroad to getting medical treatment abroad, some people who have nothing and we need to donate money for their medical bills if they have a serious ailment, continue to hail the obvious lack of good governance till Nigeria happens to them. Then they get a little pissed. May Nigeria never happen to you. Say, we deserve better political class who go home with millions monthly to represent people who can't even afford to feed themselves. I am Olajumoke Alaode James. Nigeria is not working for me. Is Nigeria working for you?
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Welcome to the program today. This is live and direct on Enter Biafra Channel 1, Voice of Biafra, 97.5 FM in BIAFRALAND. Today we have come again to continue this awareness for the freedom of Biafra. Today we are going to be responding to the Northern Group. We have received information from the Northern Fulani terrorist group who have been issuing threats, killing Biafrans, killing us in the south, sponsoring the kidnapping, sponsoring banditry and terrorism in the south. This same Northern group was the same group who offered 100 million naira on the head of Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. As we are going to respond to them, we are going to respond to other people as well, including educating our Biafra people for those who are confused of what is going on, and we are going to create ourselves in 2023. So you're welcome to this program. And very soon we are going to be going live on Twitter. I want you people to understand that what we are doing is our right. What we are doing is a just cause. What we are doing is we are struggling to live. We are struggling to be alive. The life of our people is very, very important to us. The life of our women and our children is the reason we are opting out of Nigeria. Nigeria has failed and will continue to fail. Nigeria exceeding the next 1 year will be the worst disaster for Africa. It is a responsibility for the Biafra people and Oduduwa and every other nation that would want to exit Nigeria to join forces to what we are doing, to make sure that Nigeria do not exit 2023. I'm going to prove it to you. Sometimes they tell you, why are you doing what you are doing? I want you to understand that all the people that are against us today, they are two-faced people, people that are not balanced, people that change their principles according to who they deal with. We don't change our principle. The Biafra liberation and the freedom of Biafra is built on truth, and nothing but truth. Those people that are today using P2B and blackmailing other Biafrans that are agitating because of P2B, I want you to understand that from 25th of February 2023, they will all come back to praise us. They will all come back to sing our praises because they know we are doing the right thing. And the difference between us and them is that we are not two-faced. We stick to what we want, which is the freedom, while they are not stable. Very, very unstable people. They will tell you, oh, P2B is going to get you Biafra. Vote P2B, and P2B will get you Biafra. Why do we vote P2B for P2B to get you Biafra? That is a very duladed, very stupid, and very unbelievable. Somebody will tell you, come and vote P2B so that P2B will get you Biafra. These are scammers. These are scammers. I call them elder, those who have had gray hair, scam. Nigeria bring criminals. Now, we are here telling you that there's no point validating Nigeria for the next 4 years for somebody to give you Biafra from Nigeria. It is not possible. There is opportunity now for us to get our freedom. So anybody that is coming to you to tell you that you must vote P2B so that P2B will give you Biafra, it is, you know that we have been able to discover all their format of criminals, format of scammers, format of corrupt elders, format of elders that are very unwise. How can you be coming to us? I am 30-something years old. My brain is hot. I am a researcher. Before you ask me a question, my brain within a second have searched of answers, and I will choose the one very, very suitable. You come to me, you are presenting me, presenting P2B that, oh, you want to be Biafra, but let us vote P2B so that P2B is going to get us Biafra. Snake will spit on your eyes. I want you people to understand that there is no P2B, no P2B. It is either Biafra or Biafra. And if you do not like the name Biafra, it is either freedom or freedom. I am not here to fight a name. I'm not here to fight for a name. I've been saying it. I am here to fight for the freedom of my people. And I'm going to fight with you that have stood by me. 70 million Biafrans are standing by me. We are here to fight for the release of Nnamdi Kanu, who have done nothing to the Nigeria state. So if anybody coming to tell you, come, so give you a Biafra, that's all for that scam. You are not a human being. Why are they doing what you are doing now? Why must you vote to be? Why must you validate Nigeria to get Biafra? I am telling you that the Biafra people have decided not to validate Nigeria in the coming general election. We are not going to validate Nigeria. We are going to validate Nigeria because even if you have 1 million to beat, we can never ever validate Nigeria. And I want people to understand that because of this, I am telling you that by the time they fail, which they are going to fail, they will fall back to us. Because all the people fighting and shouting P2B, they are all Biafrans. The only difference between us and them is that they are stable people. Unstable, very, very unstable. And you cannot give leadership to people who are unstable. You cannot allow unstable people for you because their decision will be a very bad decision. Many of these OB supporters were part of us in 2021. They were the ones singing the praises of Biafra. They are the ones telling you you will Biafra or death. They are the ones swearing oaths that they're going to fight for Biafra. But because they are very, very unstable, mentally unstable people, they have come to say, let us make decision for you. Don't worry, P2B will give you Biafra. How can P2B give you Biafra from a Nigerian president? It is not possible. If they are very serious of fighting for your freedom, they wouldn't support P2B. So I want to tell you that this scam, they have used this kind of method for many years. And this time around, we are very, very lucky that millions of Biafrans are now on our side. And that is why when we say sit at home, people, those who want to use P2B to get Biafra are the ones that will go outside, and the Nigerian government will kill them. And you know, our 5 days historic sit at home, very big, and they are panicking because they know the danger that is coming. So I want to encourage every Biafran today. Anybody that tells you that vote P2B because P2B will give you Biafra, that person is a scammer. That person is your enemy because the person is actually very serious and mentally balanced. You will not go to support P2B for P2B to give you Biafra because P2B don't, P2B can never give you. P2B cannot even build road in his community to talk of giving you Biafra. And some people are here talking about a petition. I don't know. Is there anybody writing petition? Somebody is saying petition, sign petition.
You are writing petition to support Simon Ekpa. You know, I don't want to pay attention to all those nonsense petition they are writing. You know, I don't want to pay attention. We have a petition now. I have been writing petition. Also, this petition I wrote for the division of Nigeria. I think that petition has got over 100,000 signatures or something like that. We not be today we started that petition now. I saw somebody saying sign petition. Right. But let me inform you people this. I am going to tell you the reason our approach is the best approach. I have told them I know what I'm doing. It is my right. And you can't threaten me with my right. I will fight for the freedom of my people. And everything I am doing is here online. And the 70 million of Biafra, they are supporting what I'm doing. So every threat you are dishing out there, hold no water. And I see fake news. They say, oh, and why should Finland arrest me? I don't need to go into that. Is Samonekpa a criminal? Only criminals you can arrest. You can't arrest somebody fighting for his freedom and the freedom of his people. It is the humanity that I am serving. And I stand very strong to make sure we see the end of Nigeria next year. The end of this terrorist government, this terrorist state, the state that have killed millions of people. We are going to see the end next year. Now, for those of you who do not understand why we have taken the position we've taken to make sure that we use civil disobedience and all our multidimensional approach. I say multidimensional approach. I want you to listen to Mandela. You know, sometimes they tell you, oh, Mandela, is that how Mandela fought it? Oh, we must not fight the same way Mandela fought. We must not fight the same way any other nation fought. But the question is, are we fighting? And if answer is yes, then that should be enough. You must not, you expect me to fight the way other people fought. Because Nigeria is different from those countries. But we are adopting a multidimensional approach to fighting against Nigeria. And I want to take you back to what Mandela did in 1961. Let us go there.
In all of South Africa, with the South African government continuing to make life unbearable for political dissidents, Mandela eventually decided in 1961 that it was time for the ANC to adopt a more direct approach in their battle against apartheid.
In 1961, after many failures by the South Africans against the apartheid regime, Mandela decided to sit at home. Sit at home began in South Africa. Sit at home campaign begin in South Africa. So when they are telling you today, oh, you are forcing your people to, we have been campaigning for the sit at home and it is working. It is working. That is why Nigeria is they are panicking, and the time is now. Everything in life, timing is very, very important. Timing. They tell you that, you don't know history. Oh, this is not the way it is done. Oh, we condemn the killing of our people. The people of Biafra that has been killed by Nigeria state in the lockdown, we condemn it. And that is why we give a straight instruction. Do not come out. Because that has been the modus operandi of Nigeria state. But you know, the people that are sabotaging Biafra, the people that are mentally the unstable people who they are neither here nor there, will come to tell you, come out, come out, come out. We are going to defend you. We are going to protect you. We are going to do this and do that. They will know where to be found. In fact, if anybody should sue anybody for anything, it is those who cancelled the Biafran ordered sit at home. That is the people that should be responsible, because they brag how they're going to provide security for people to come out. And because they know the Nigerian government will be the one to kill our people, to blackmail our sit at home, because they know the importance of sit at home. But those who brag and defeat and deceive our people to come out, that they want to bring everybody, they will bring security, they will bring this and bring that. They could not provide security for our people, and Nigeria killed some of them. They could not bring any security. The question you should be asking yourself, did you hear in any news that those who came to kill our people during sit at home were confronted by the security agent? Did you hear anything like that? I am telling you. I'm asking you, did you hear in any news that the security agent, the military or the police engaged the people that is coming to enforce sit at home, because it is them? It is them. The same people that bragged how they are going to bring security are the same people who send people, instead of them securing the people, they started killing them just to make sure they give the sit at home a bad name. But we say, not even that will stop us. So you see, not that we don't want. We want you people because we know how Nigeria operates. So if anybody is telling you that the enforcing sit at home are Biafrans, ask them, where are your government? Where are your security agents? Who is Ohanes and Igbo? Who all the criminals in the government bragged they are going to protect you? Where are the securities? Or not they have security again? This is the question that every reasonable person, both in international community and everybody, should be asking. If it is not them that have come out to kill our people, where are those security they bragged of they are going to bring out to protect our people? Where are the security? No security anywhere. It was them. I am asking you a very, very important question. Very, very important question. So, if anybody that lost anyone in this particular sit at home, it is the loss of every Biafran. But the question is, where are those who deceived them to come out so that they will use it to blackmail? Because what they're fighting is, they think they are fighting Samoneta. This is not Samoneta. They have not come out to say, we brought security, and the security was on gun duel or gun battle with the criminals, whatever they call them, who come to enforce the system. It is them. You saw the picture of one of them in the police uniform. Something they did during the EndSARS protest. And it pains us that our people are being killed. That is why we have adopted this particular pattern of civil disobedience. If you go to the street to protest, they kill you. If you talk on social media and they capture you, they kill you. Ordinary posting on social media will land you into prison and death in Nigeria. Nigeria has become a lawless country. You can see some of them challenging us. If you are a man, come to Nigeria and lead. Come to Nigeria. Come to Nigeria. Why should I come to Nigeria? When you are coming to Nigeria is a threat. Coming to Nigeria is a threat. You are threatening me. Why should you be challenging me to come to Nigeria? Are you challenging me to that if I come to Nigeria, that you are going to listen to what I'm saying? Have you listened to the people that are in Nigeria saying this exact thing I said? You have not listened to them. So why is my own different? Because you know that all your target is for me to come to Nigeria so that you are going to do what you are doing to Nnamdi Kanu today. The court of your own Nigeria acquitted or discharged Nnamdi Kanu. Have you released him? Have you freed him? No. The judiciary is dead. It is now a politics. Nigeria judiciary is now on political solution. You go to court will give judgment, and then they say, no, we don't respect judgment. Let us adopt political solution. Who does that? Which country does that? You are asking me to come there. I will make sure that God use me to disintegrate Nigeria and restore a very peaceful nation and peace within the Sahel region from afar. So I ask you, why urging me and threatening me to come to Nigeria? To do what? First of all, let us see that your court judgment on Nnamdi Kanu is affected. So because you don't have judiciary, why should court? The same Buhari said he let him allow the court to decide. They went on political solution. He said we will allow court to decide. After the court of Nigeria decided, you refused to release Nnamdi Kanu. You adopted a political court, political judiciary, which means your judiciary is dead, completely dead. Everything in Nigeria is dead. It has been fulanized, it has been Nnamdicanized, it has been bastardized. Everything is falling apart and has collapsed. And you are inviting someone to come to Nigeria and fight. I will fight you from here, and we are going to win you. We are already winning you. All of you are crying. So therefore, I want you to listen to how Mandela took it upon himself. I want everybody to watch and listen to this history. Because the problem of some of you in the zoo is that you do not read history. You don't research. You are too weak, too weak and lazy to research on how you can liberate yourself and better your future. Too weak and lazy.
In all of South Africa, with the South African government continuing to make life unbearable for political dissidents, Mandela eventually decided in 1961 that it was time for the ANC to adopt a more direct approach in their battle against apartheid.
Did you see that? Stay at home on Monday. It is like, it is even some kind of connected. Look at, on Monday, stay at home on Monday. 1961, South Africa. 1961, stay at home in South Africa.
There are many people who feel that the reaction of the government to our stay at home, ordering a general mobilization, arming the white community, are 10,000s of Africans, the show of force throughout the country. Notwithstanding our clear declaration that this campaign is being run on peaceful and non-violent lines, close the chapter as far as our methods of political struggle are concerned. There are many people who feel that it is useless and futile for us to continue talking peace and violence against the government whose reply is only savage attacks.
Did you hear that? There is no point. You should be talking about peace and non-violent when in an actual sense, the government is the one that is bringing the violence upon our people. So we are just helpless. We have to adopt a different approach. It is called the self-defense approach. We have to go into the armed struggle to be able to defend our people, our culture, our land from extinction. And some people will sit down somewhere and be telling me, if you do not know your left from your right, you just keep quiet. You have been struggling for many years in Nigeria, and Nigeria has been dealing with you, dealt with you, and somebody will come and see that something is going to happen, and you are talking about Obi, talking about election, talking about this and that. We will validate Nigeria again. Our stand is the stand of over 70 million Biafrans. Very, very clear stand. We say, if you want to know how things are going to work, conduct referendum. Conduct referendum. And we have given the order that the entire Biafra land between now and this coming Monday will be littered with the posters, flyers, banners of referendum now Biafra. We will tell you that we are in charge of Biafra land. Completely in charge of Biafra land. We control it. Forget the governors are there. Forget that. There are nobody support of the people. And the people no longer support any governor in Biafra territory. That's the fact. We, the Biafra people, are controlling the land, the territory of Biafra. Whatever we decide will stand. What we are going to do next year will shock the world. Because it has come, that time has come that we are going to take the bull by its horn. So I want everybody to listen and learn history. Because when they come, they tell you this, I tell you that. We don't need to use the same approach because we are not in the same problem. Though what we see in Nigeria today is also can be called a Fulani appetite regime. Where they have taken over everything. So I want you to be able to watch and listen.
Chapter as far as our methods of political struggle are concerned. There are many people who feel that it is useless and futile for us to continue talking peace and non-violence against a government whose is a savage attack on an unarmed and defenseless people. And I think the time has come for us to consider, in the light of our experiences in this stay at home, whether the methods which we have applied so far are adequate.
So to reassess the situation, whether the method I've applied so far is adequate to confront this terrorist government of Nigeria. And we have assessed it, and we have discovered that the method that every group have applied in the past has never been adequate enough. Now we are coming with new dimension, the new dimensional approach that is very, very adequate to confront Nigeria and for the freedom of Biafra people.
You must go and listen to Simon Ekpa, who is doing a very fantastic job. Very great job Simon Ekpa is doing. Very, very, absolutely fantastic job that is doing. You must listen to him and share his videos accordingly. Very, very important. He is bringing a new dimension to this very awareness that we are making, and you must listen to him. Very, very important. You have in the north, the insecurity you have in the north is as a direct consequence of their own action. They groomed them. Al-Qaeda in the Maghreb, ISIS in West Africa, Fulani headsmen, bandits, all of them. Who brought them to Nigeria? It's Fulani. Fulani brought them to Nigeria. El-Rufai brought them in. Bauchi State Governor brought them in. Are you people deaf and dumb and stupid? When you come out and you pretend, oh, we are one Nigeria. Go and show me. Somebody was asking, where is the boundary, where would the boundary of Biafra begin? And I asked the fool, where did the boundary of Nigeria begin? People from Niger come in and go as they like. Most of these idiots are from Niger. They are building a pipeline to Niger. They are building a railway line to Niger. They are building roads to Niger. Whereas where the money comes from, it is BIAFRALAND. We don't have those infrastructure. No, we don't. But you're taking our money. You come to Zombe. You come to Haji. You come to Ebema. You come to Aguleri. You come to Ebony. You take our resources, sell it, get the money, and now you're building the way to Niger Republic. And you want me to be happy with you. Clap for you. Oh, Nigeria is doing well. One Nigeria. I think you are insane. You come to my land, you take our oil, you take our gas, you take our manpower, you take everything, our VAT, our tax that we pay. You are now building a road from Katsina to Niger, airport in Niger, refinery in Niger. You take oil, crude oil from my land, take it to Niger, you refine it, you bring it back to me as refined petroleum, or as PP, as you call it. And you're telling me that country is viable. You're telling me that Nigeria should be supported. We are in one Nigeria. We're not going anywhere. And you're dying every day. Because those that they appointed to speak for you, they gave them money and position. So that they will come out on pages of newspapers to go the misleading impression that everything is okay when things are not okay. Go through the statements of Ohaneze and see the contradiction.
All right, you're welcome back. And let us start again. I want to play Nelson Mandela again, from the beginning to the end.
In all of Africa, with the South African government continuing to make life unbearable for political dissidents, Mandela eventually decided in 1961 that it was time for the ANC to adopt a more direct approach in their battle against apartheid.
Many people feel that the reaction of the government at home, ordering a general mobilization, arming the white community, arresting 10,000s of Africans, the show of force throughout the country. Notwithstanding our clear declaration that this campaign is being run on peaceful and non-violent lines, close the chapter as far as our methods of political struggle are concerned. There are many people who feel that it is useless and futile for us to continue talking peace and non-violence against a government whose reply is only savage attacks on an unarmed and defenseless people. And I think the time has come for us to consider, in the light of our experiences in this stay at home, whether the methods which we have applied so far are adequate.
All right, you just heard that. Now we are going a little bit about what happened in South Africa. You know, a lot of people are sending, especially the one they call all this Nigeria media, the one they call legit. You can imagine the one they call legit, the legit media. Oh, Simon Ekpa will soon be arrested and deported to Nigeria. Simon Ekpa, all those nonsense Nigeria, you know, pay the agent. What they do is to carry propaganda. Ask him, ask whoever that is writing on legit, what offense did Simon Ekpa commit? Where is your sources? So Simon Ekpa will soon be arrested and deported to Nigeria. And they will be doing the arrest and deportation on the pages of Facebook and social media. These are the gutter media. Gutter media, they have never reported anything other than serving the masters, serving the oppressors. And when you look at those writing in that legit, you hardly eat 3 times a day. They hardly eat 3 times a day. These are a bunch of hungry, looking like dogs that have not fed, or you know, that still the egg. You know, in those days in the village, there are dogs that doesn't feed well. They eat eggs. When they go to where chicken, you know, lay eggs, they will go there and distribute those eggs, and they never look good. These are how these journalists, all these journalists in the hungry journalists, that's how they look. And all they do is to write propaganda, you know, so that they will be respecting them, so that Nigeria will know this one they are acting good. If at the end of the day, Simon Ekpa is not arrested, Ekpa is not deported, I do not know the kind of shame that will befall on them. To what Mandela and the ANC did in South Africa. before I start reading this thing, remember that I've just played a video where Mandela was advocating and making speech for sit at home. Today, some idiots are in South Africa. Some criminals and fraudsters are in South Africa in the name of Biafra. And they have been campaigning and blackmailing the autopilot and Simon Ekpa for 1.5 years against everything we are doing. Yet, that's South Africa where they are not educated because they cannot read. They don't even know how South Africa become a country where a black man will travel from Nigeria to South Africa, running away from subjugation and poverty. They come to South Africa and they are there in South Africa fighting against sit at home. Yet, sit at home, the tools that was used to liberate people of South Africa, and made it possible for them to go there today and see and start broadcasting from there. You see, all this country you see, they all have history. I want you people to follow me as we read what this particular report says about Mandela and the legacy of Mandela. Nelson Mandela legacy. As a leader, he was willing to use violence. Nelson Mandela, as a leader, was willing to use violence. And I want you people to listen to how I read this. Johannesburg, South Africa. Nelson Mandela, South Africa's first black president, is a giant in the world of liberation heroes. Up there with Mohandas Gandhi and Martin Luther King Jr. But unlike Gandhi, who said that non-violence and truth were inseparable, and King, who famously declared that violence was immoral, Mandela embraced armed struggle to end the racist system of apartheid. Mandela embraced the armed struggle. To many South Africans, particularly within the African National Congress, Mandela was a great man, partly because of his willingness to use violence, not in spite of it. Many beliefs apartheid would have endured much longer if he hadn't rebelled and overturned the ANC's long-standing non-violent policy. I want you to follow me as I read again. This writing or wording is kind of tiny. Many believe apartheid would have endured much longer if he hadn't rebelled and overturned the ANC's long-standing non-violence policy. As a young man, Mandela's favorite sport wasn't a team sport like soccer. With strict limit on contact, boxing was what thrilled him. As a young politician, his rhetoric was angry, uncompromising, and inspiring. His aim was to incite revolt. Today, he is being celebrated all over the world as a great man. In the early 50s, the ANC and the South African Indian Congress launched a non-violent operation of strike and the protest called the Defiance Campaign against the unjust laws of apartheid. By 1953, Mandela had decided that it wasn't working. This protest, that was not working. Just 3 years after the start of the movement, just 3 years. Mandela did not wait for 21 years, like Tony Nnamdi. Mandela did not wait for 50 years, like some of them. But after 3 years, he noticed that it was not working. And he decided to change the dimension. But in Nigeria and the Biafra struggle, since 1967, these people are making living out of Biafra struggle. They want you to be struggling and struggling every day, talking about Biafra. They will be building hotel on your head. They will be making a living, and every day they fight. They will push, and let us go back, let us go back. They push, and they will tell you, let us go back. Every year, they will order boycott of election, and they will deceive Nnamdi Kanu and put pressure on him to cancel it. It becomes a career. And we say, apart from the fact that Fulani has made it very clear that they want to kill everybody and take over Nigeria, we cannot sit back and watch. Nobody is going to fight for us except ourselves. We need to rise up and fight for our freedom. After 3 years, by 1953, Mandela decided that it wasn't working. Something that they started 3 years ago, Mandela said it was not working. He felt that the ANC leaders, old-fashioned like Wazirike, old-fashioned, traditional figures such as the party president, Albert Tuli, were out of touch with reality. Just like the way most of the people that have been shouting Biafra are out of the touch from reality. Most of the elders of Nnamdi are out of the touch of the reality. Or an Nnamdi that are 70 years, 80 years, they are already out of the reality, and we, younger generation, are taking over. We have taken over what we are taking. Completely taking over the leadership of the Southeast and South-South, which is all comprising of Biafra, to liberate them from this particular bondage that the British experiment. They try to do an experiment with Nigeria. How can it be doing an experiment with the future of people? Now, in September of that year, 1953, he made a speech in the Journal suburb of the that was the later famously known as the No Easy Walk address. Some of these idiots and criminals in South Africa are living in this Johannesburg, where Mandela made a very famous speech of no easy walk to freedom. That is where they live today. If you go to tell them, they tell you we live in Johannesburg, they will be making broadcasts at Simon Ekpa. But in that Johannesburg, where some of them live, Mandela made a very famous speech, which he said, no easy walk to freedom. It was when he started the campaign of the sit at home. I want you people to follow me. In his speech, Mandela said the ANC had to come up with a new plan for political struggle. And remember, it is all about, even this one is about political struggle. In political struggle, we are into the struggle for independence, completely independent from terrorist Nigeria, so that we can develop like Japan, so we can develop like the United Arab Emirates, so we can develop like every other nation that have done well within a few years. You can see there is no easy walk to freedom anywhere. No, this junk of pregnant men from the Igbo land think that freedom is eating egusi and nkwobi. Mandela that they are making reference to today, Mandela that they admire today, every time they tell you Mandela did not fight like that. Mandela was in South Africa fighting. I must not be in South Africa or in Nigeria fighting, but are we applying the same approach? It must not even be the same approach. But what you have to gain from here is that there is no easy walk to freedom anywhere. So can you learn that from Mandela? So you complain. And I want to tell you people today that has died as a result of starvation because there is no food during the season. Nobody. Nobody. Has never been any death recorded anywhere that somebody died as a result of starvation during sit at home. It has always been the Nigerian state killing our people when they try to go out because the sit at home was working. When they are fighting sit at home, what they are not telling you is that there is something that this at home is doing. The impact. Some elders know the history of freedom more than you, but because they want to protect their interests in Nigeria, they are not telling you, history. They are not telling you what civil disobedience can do, how civil disobedience can change everything. Or do you think that I don't know what in South Africa? These are the people that know the history of South Africa better than you and I. We are only doing the research after the South Africa apartheid ended. So this old men who gather themselves today and call themselves Zendibo or Zendibo, whatever they call them, these old men, they know very well what South Africa went through. And for that reason, they are going mad because they know the importance of sit at home. It is the condition, the mind of the people for what is to come. Some people say we should refresh. So let's refresh. So let us continue reading. In Johannesburg, in his very famous speech, you can see that there is no easy walk to freedom anywhere. And many of us will have to pass through the valley of the shadow again and again before we reach the mountaintop of our desires. This is what we have succeeded in doing with the Biafra people. Sit at home is to condition you so that you are going to walk through the valley of the shadow again and again and again next year, 2023. Do you understand me? And today we have succeeded. We have been able to have every Monday sit at home. We have been able to have 3 days sit at home when the people, when the 14, all of you remember when Bubago in Imo State killed 14 innocent youth. These people that are shouting, oh, people are dying, in sit at home, you other sit at home. Did you see any of them condemning the 14 young boys that were murdered in their cold blood, coming back from wedding? Coming back from wedding, from their friend wedding, they were all murdered in their cold blood. 14 of them. Did you hear any of these people shouting, sit at home today? Did you see them condemning the death of those 14 young men? You didn't see them. Because what you see them doing now from the people they killed in the sit at home is politically motivated. It is because of P2B, and we have defeated them. So if the P2B is not in the picture, nobody will talk. It was us. It was on this particular platform that we ordered Biafrans to sit at home for 3 good days to protest the killing of the 4 young men, Biafrans, in Imo State. That 3 days sit at home also has to do with during the time Nnamdi Kanu went to court, and Monday sit at home, and another 1 day. It was 3 days, and the Biafrans responded, and they were 100% compliance to that 3 days sit at home. The records are there. Did you hear Oga Ohaneze calling for arrest of the people that killed 14 innocent Biafrans in Imo State? Young men, young boys that went to wedding. Did you hear Ohaneze condemn them? Did you hear Ohaneze call for the arrest? Did you hear anybody writing petition anywhere online that, this killing cannot be accepted? Why would you kill innocent boys? 14 of them. 14 of them were murdered in their cold blood. Nobody. In fact, that reminds me, I am going to play one of the women, as the woman was crying,
Black smoke. And she? Hey! Jesus! When I come from, okay, I'm going to come from. Let come my cash. Let shop for hey, Jesus! Let provision. Let. Hey! At the end of my case, you did it now. 3 years, you did it go for by here.
This was how the Nigeria military burnt the market in Imo State. This is not sit at home. This was not a sit at home. Nigeria military went to our community and started burning them. They have been burning it. Nobody has issued statement. Nobody anywhere. Our market were being burnt. People were being killed. Nobody has condemned it. Not Ohaneze, not nobody, because they never care for you. Today, they are pretending and shouting, oh, people were killed. All of a sudden, it is called politically motivated blackmail. They could not stand up, to protect and defend the people they claim they love. So ask them, where were they when Imo State, when market in Biafra land were being raised by the Nigerian military? Or is a ESN company in the market? So let me bring the picture, another image of a woman. After the killing of these 14 young men, what did we do? We ordered sit at home to protest against their killing. But all the people that are shouting today, all the people that are making all this noise is because of P2B. They never cared for you. They never, never want you to be alive. They never want anything good for you. It is all about P2B, and we have defeated them. So we are going to the killing of young men in Imo State. I did not know that I'm going to talk about this today. So hopefully I'll find the video. Okay, let us watch this.
Nnamdi Kinsilu kozo nna amụnye turu ụbọchị. Okay. Ole ihe na 17 Sunday. No brother can toro. Okay. Kozo nna Jeri nye ndị na bend ọgụ ya. Then after me anya dogo anya akpa ya oku sai enwere omenala ha na-eme ndị ọgọ ha na-eche na enwere ebe ha na-nye ha ọnọdụ ka ha iri nwa mmanya. Then ahụ ha bụzizi ebe ahụ anyị nọ. Echa uni. Then ụmụnne anyị ndị anyị na ha so bịazi ebilite ka anyị lawa. The machine. The booze move down. Machine to the fourth machine. Then by move from ebe ahụ anyị nọ, from ebe to 3 pole. And they back on the gbapụta. Then ụmụnne m jikwa machine na-abịa abịa gbaa ha ka ya ọkụkọ. Gbaa ha niile machine na ahụ agbara gbaa ha niile down. Then my brother from a device with speed. I say about Ruben out of fear or buffer because all the straight road. I am on that straight road, then we had to block all the road. Then I have to go convert that person known as and I have not and I then convert that my brother man. Only can that here with the boy.
Are you hearing? Nobody, none of these Igbo people talking today condemned or even any move to challenge the people that killed these young men. But who did? We did. Simon Ekpa ordered on behalf of the Biafra people 3 days sit at home for this particular crime against humanity committed in Imo State. Numerous of them. Biafrans complied. It is on record. But today, don't hear anybody talking about it.
obi n'oturu ebe onye agba. Obi n'oturu. So then that my brother kpọkwara m akpa ahịa chikere ụba anya dị ọha. So ha gbajie ndị ahụ butere ọkụ blọkụ iro bụ ndị gbaziri that my brother egbe n'aka. Ya onwe ya bụ mechin adapụ na ụmụ adapụ side. Na-ebezi asị na ọkwa nwaanyị ka anyị bịa lụọ, ọkwa bido ọgọ anyị ka anyị si na anyị kwa ndị oturu anya wụdị ndị ahụ ọkwa nwaanyị ka anyị bịa lụọ. Person heels ahụ kwụsịzi na almost 6 or 8 bens eletro ọkwa egbe ha. Nga ahụ hụtara ezalide nye m ha were egbe kwuo m n'isi like this anyị mụ ada n'ala welitezi ihu m elu ogwu Mozambique dị onye mee ya team leader yes from Kanu. Then mgbe m ogwu na mere ọkwa ndị ọgọ ọ bụ ọsọ amaghị m ezigbo ahụ ya enye njem mara ogwu ọsọ anyị gụrụ nwanne nwaanyị n'oturu be anyị. Then na-acha n'ọkwa ndị ọgọ gị n'ọkwa mmiri ka na-agbapụ na-esokwa m na ndị agbapụ mmiri na be gị. So voice Okolu actually don't shoot this ball. Don't shoot.
Did you hear that? When this incident happened, Simon Ekpa sat on this chair and others sit at home because of the pain I feel. The way they are murdering Biafrans. Ohaneze did not talk. Elders council or whatever, all the people raising petition and writing, they did not come out. And this is just one in the 100 of them, how our people are being butchered every day. That is why we are fighting, putting our life online to save our people. And somebody will come and say something like order this, go and kill them. You people are idiots. I want to bring another video. Because our own is evidence-based exposition. So ask yourself, where are the people?
On Sunday, being 17th, one of my parents, so one country, why I did them. So in that process, I am going wine, my uncle and my mom, the blue machine, I was the light who could have so ndị ọga ofere anyị ebe ha nyere anyị ọnọdụ anyị ndị mere nyesi anyị bịa metụkwanye aka n'ọnụ ọwụ omenala ndị mmiri ụmụnne m niile ndị agbawuru nwerecha obi aṅụrị ṅụrụcha mmanya ha sị m ka ha gawa na ọ bụrụkwanye na ọsọ ebe a ka ha ga-abịa foto emekwara ebe e mere invite ha chọrọ ịga ha gbapụtala something like 3 poles ya nụrụ everywhere even I want to wine was about self double like ebe ngene gbalagoshi ya da gbagide egbe let Joseph 12 midnight so onye ọbụla enwezi onye ma ebe ibi ya nọ so in that process also guy push it as after in the morning ndị amị I push it as and na-elezi anya na-afụzi na nye niile ala agbazida dị lọọ ụmụnne m kpọrọ jebe ọnwa actually losing their tomorrow one. Actually, from this, my brother. Never, since I'm running my mother, you will about Russian or ever. No, can say, I walk out of your lily before a lady in a ban on about woman that bore Hanayasu. I saw me busy. Now, hard at Iba. Never, I have for a man. Na-emekpatara ya nọbụ ya ọrịnga ha ebizie so mụ amadị ma ọ dị ndụ ma ọ nwụrụ anwụ so ọwụ ka anyị ga-efu ya ilibe ọgọ nwoke ha gbara ya ọkụ every dancing jiri mere ndị ọgọ nwunye every dancing ma oche nre ntị ha mechara because of my brother nke onye nke tọrọ direct mgbe ahụ tụrụ ya ọnwụcha dị anwụcha so si ebe ahụ gbapụ ọsọ gbalalụ ha ọgọ nwoke ahụ ebe ahụ ha shiri lawa ebe a ka ọ nọzile ebe lasị biko onye nọ nso ya bịa help ya enwezi na onye ụjọ kwere apụta abịa help ya tola bullet karịrị still ha jikwara the blood ụlọ akasalali tresịrị ko ya ekwebe ọgọ nwoke ahụ ọ nọrọkwa ebe ahụ n'akụkụ ebe ji pịta nke ahụ ọdọ nọkwa ebe a ti ya nọzụla okwu gbajaa ya obi bifo ha nwa abịala ka ọgọ nwoke ahụ tụtụrụ every dancing nọ there destroy ya gbaa ya ọgọ nwoke siri Abuja lo moti ha abụyala mechin ụmụnne m niile ha abụyala oyi nwoke siri Ọnịcha abịa ma mmanya butere masị onye na-ebenye ma moto ọ gwụrụ ọfụrụ okwuru bịa dadị ihe nche niile ahụ ha abụyala dịka ifo ha gburu total of mmadụ ha gburu ya is 14 persons ka ha gburu our own side ụmụnne m soro m nye ha dị 7.
Can you imagine? His own relative, seven persons from his family lost.
My wife, my wife,
7 persons were killed from his family one day. Nobody raised any arm anyway. Unless they did not talk. Nobody talked. It was us. Did something. God is in that room of Biafrans.
I have village move to over our watch.
Okay. Oto ahia mere now. The hitch of government now.
Natural government mail justice. Natural justice. But achom kan kill ya like the allegation ha na ebu umunnem. Na oburo nya we innocent people, innocent ụmụazị na-amụ ọrụ. Nya ụmụazị na-amụ ọrụ, nya ụmụnne ụmụazị na-amụ ọrụ. Kare enwe nye ha. So ha nwere na ọbụla oge esi eme ya ka ọ dị mma for peace to reign. Let them do.
And they would criminal.
Yes, and I'm one of the able abroad do she take a hand take. And yeah, we innocent people are just waste their life.
God bless you.
Now, have you watched that? Ask yourself, where those people that call Samonekpa, blackmail Samonekpa, arrest Samonekpa, when these people were killed, the people we are fighting to protect, the people we are fighting to see that they have a better life. I want you all to watch this. This is one of the women.
What boys? What did the boys do? What did they do? Traditional marriage. And they
oh, somebody say it is not showing. Okay. All right, let us see where this one will show.
They had the stupid python dance here. An Igbo man was the deputy senate president. An Igbo man, deputy senate president, and he could not stop it. Thank God they gave him what he deserved. Because any evil when it is own retribution. How can somebody be deputy senate president in your own region used without machetes, catapults, they will charge? Even those stray bullets go long along a chance again. Tom in your own place, and you are in Abuja drinking champagne. And I seen we have leaders
But we have selfish leaders.
Very selfish people.
Those who are selfish.
We have come
Those
to
who are
their
selfish.
selfishness.
That's why I'm happy that they are beating them now abroad. The only Igbo man now that has Igbo blood talking in Senate is Engineer Abaribe. That's the only one. That's the only man. Nigeria will be shaken. You see an Igbo man talking, defending the rights of his people. Because you are there in Senate to defend the right of your constituency and your people. I'm telling you, those IPOBs, I'm telling them now, hear me now, there are some Igbo, they have tagged all of them. Some of them they should exclude to attack. Number one is Engineer Abaribe. They should allow him to travel anywhere he wants to travel. Another one is our governor here, Emeka Ihedioha. We are still looking at him. Anybody from Igbo land here that have been responsible for what we the Igbos are suffering now, that person must be disgraced.
That person must be what? Disgraced. And what is happening to EKPA today? You know, when EKPA was beaten in Germany, I was there. I was there as somebody who is still looking at one Nigeria. A lot of people have used the video from Germany, EKPA beating, where I condemn the beating of EKPA. They have used it against me. They have said, oh, it was EKPA that sent me to come and fight IPOB. I do not know whether what I'm doing today has anything to do with EKPA. And even the worst part of it is that I have never even spoken with EKPA in my life. I do not know who EKPA is. I did not even meet EKPA in Germany. You know, I didn't meet him. I didn't even exchange pleasantry with him. I did not even shake hands with EKPA. I don't know who the hell EKPA is. I've never spoken with him. I don't know what he looked like in real life. I was there. Before I came there, they have already beaten EKPA and EKPA was whisked away. So I did not even see EKPA with my own eyes. Some of them believe this. So by the time I arrived at that venue, EKPA has been whisked away. Otherwise, it would have been the day I am going to see EKPA with my eyes. So I have no business with EKPA. I do not know what he looked like. I don't know what he is. I don't know what, you know. So, but today, is he not being disgraced as this man prophesies? He's been disgraced. And God have used me also to disgrace EKPA. Because the time I was condemning the attack on EKPA, I was still a one Nigerianist. I was not arrested by the spirit of Biafra to be part of a strong force that will liberate Biafra people. Today, I have exposed EKPA. I've been making an exposition on EKPA many times. So when you see they are flying, you know, sharing video of me condemning, why did you, even I asked President Nnamdi to come and apologize. Yes, because it was when I was in darkness of Nigeria, before the spirit of Biafra arrested. And let me tell you, it was actually in that ground, because, you know, when you are born for something, you do not know where you are going to be liberated. It was actually in Germany. It was actually in Germany that the spirit of Biafra arrested me. So, but when you see the activities of Simon Ekpa, you know, and some people will still say, oh, yeah, he's coming for, he come to do this and do that. I do not know what I'm doing, the activities we are doing now, the level we have gone in this Biafra agitation, and the progress we are making so far. How would somebody with his right senses will still come to say Simon Ekpa is working with EKPA that I do not know, EKPA that I have not met in my life, EKPA that I have not spoken on the phone with, I've never talked with him. I don't even know anybody that is very close to the man. But some people will not believe it. And that is your business. But this is the fact. And I have already made a lot of, pronouncement that if I ever know who is a Kwerimadu, let everything I am doing in this life never work out for me. If I ever spoke with a Kwerimadu, like talking with him or without on phone, let anything I'm doing in this life never work for me. I've said that several times. But it's not, the bad people, they will say, oh, when they give oath, they swear oath, they will go back and do something like that. I don't need to do that. It is between me and my God. So, I want us to watch this video where this woman was crying. Ohaneze and all the people that are calling Simon Ekpa, calling for the head of Simon Ekpa today, did not talk. Because the reason they are calling for Simon Ekpa head today is because it is politically motivated calling. They are not real. They will turn around to praise me after February 2023.
It's not what we Madole.
14 boys ought to not to Lagula.
14 boys.
And we want that man.
That
we tear down.
14 boys. What did boys do? What did they do?
This picture is not showing, and I do not know the reason why the picture is not showing. So anyway, but I've been able to prove to you, at least some of the videos showed. So, but I've been able to prove to you people that a lot of killings have been going on and the people were not talking. So the only reason you see they killed our people and talk now is because of P2B, and it is politically motivated, politically motivated talk, politically motivated calling for Simon Ekpa head, politically motivated calling for arrest of us. Because a lot and hundreds of BIAFRANS has been killed and they didn't talk. So they only tried to stop what is working for Biafra liberation. Let us continue to read Nelson Mandela. So, Mandela organized a very speech on the street of Johannesburg when he decided to change the dimension of the freedom of the South Africans. So, let me read it again. Mandela said to his people, you can see that there is no easy walk to freedom anywhere, and many of us will have to pass through the valley of the shadow again and again before we reach the mountaintop of our desire. Today, some of these idiots don't want to walk into the valley of shadow again and again. They want to jump into South Africa. They want to sell land and get South Africa visa to go to South Africa. Yet, they don't know that South Africa went through them again and again before they become what they are today, that blacks can do. Dangers and difficulties have not in the past. They will not frighten us now, but we must be prepared for them like men in business who do not waste energy in vain talk and idle action. This is exactly what we are doing today. Exactly what we are doing. There's nothing they can do for us to change. We will not move. We can never be scared of anybody. There's nothing threat you can give to us today that will come in between our freedom and you. Never. You can't. In 1956, during a trial at which 56 ANC leaders and activists, including Mandela, were charged with treason, he told the court that he supported non-violence as a principle, not true at the time. He supported it only as a tactics because he and others could be convicted if he said otherwise. The trial dragged on until 1961, but Mandela and others were appointed. Mandela and others were still acquitted. The Sharpeville massacre in 1960, when South African police killed 69 protesters. 69 protesters, just like the way they have been killing IPOB members in their numbers. 150, 14, 28, 29, 30, 50 people, 60 people. Just the way they have been killing IPOB members. Was the last straw for Mandela and the other proponents of the armed struggle. Mandela carried the day at a series of all-night meetings with ANC leaders in mid-1961 to set up the ANC underground military wing, Konto, the Swiss or Spear of the Nation. I want you to pay attention. Mandela's opponent said that if the ANC embark on violence, the regime would massacre more civilians. Moses Kutane, Secretary General of the South African Communist Party, argued that continual non-violence could work if activists were more imaginative. Mandela met with Kutane for a full day to try to change his mind. He argued that South African activists had to consider an armed revolution because angry young men and women outside the ANC were ready to take up arms. And if the ANC did not lead them, it will become irrelevant. I want you people to understand how South Africa were liberated. Just what is happening now between us and many, between us and Ohanes Igbo, between us with World Igbo Congress, between us and all the people that you feel were working with you. Some of them have deserted because they could not stand the heat. But we are going to prove to them that they were not actually meant to liberate Biafra. They will come along the line. Everything that has happened in many places before they get freedom has actually happened in Biafra liberation phase now, including what has happened in South Africa. That is the place we are today. Finally, Mandela believed he had won Lutili blessing to form Umkhonto with Swize and embark on violence. But the timing was terrible. The timing of this Mandela was terrible. In October, the Norwegian Nobel Committee announced that it was bestowing the previous year's unawarded Peace Prize on Lutili, an enormous symbolic victory for the ANC. You understand? Just the time when they want to take it upon themselves, they have to now award another person with Peace Award. That did not stop Mandela. Lutili backtracked. You see how they use a Peace Award to make him backtrack. Lutili backtracked and again exposed non-violent method of the resistance against apartheid. That is what we call interest-driven decision. After Mandela convinced him of the violent approach because they were being killed and they needed to defend themselves and self-defense and all that, he agreed to go on self-defense. He agreed to pick up arms. All of a sudden, they approached him with Peace Nobel Prize and he changed his mind. These are a bunch of people that we have today in Biafra, Igbo nation, in Igbo land, in Biafra. Just promise them. Now, you and them will be planning something now. Nigeria government will approach them and promise them P2B will become president. Before you know it, the person that you are having meeting with, speaking in some language, will appear in one program and begin to talk about Nigeria election. I begin to tell you that, oh, don't worry, P2B will bring you Biafra. I begin to preach you how it is peaceful to romance Fulani and how it, even when Fulani is killing you, don't worry, let us endure. P2B is going to come. Yet, what the person is not telling you is that P2B have openly made it very clear that those who are scared of him today will benefit more. Who are those people? The Fulanis. He responded to Baba Ahmed in Abuja or somewhere where they had a conference. The video is there in the public. So when you are having a meeting discussing how to liberate your people, all of a sudden, all these old men that couldn't start anything, they will now tell you, when they call them, you know, you are a professor, you are very, very good. Let's use you, you come and give us support and all that. Before you know it, the person will begin to appear in a program that is not recognized by anybody. They will begin to appear in one platform that nobody listening to just show that, to just make a video and appear in the public, and they will cut it to send to the Fulanis that, look, I have appeared in a video and I am preaching the election in Nigeria and I'm preaching for P2B. These are the people that can never stop us. When you make yourself a tool in the hand of Fulani, you are gone. Irrelevant in the struggle for Biafra. And that is what you do to yourself. I just want people to see that this thing is something everywhere. It happened in South Africa. During the South Africa freedom fighting, it happened. After Mandela convinced this man with a very superior argument, he agreed, only for the Norwegian to award him, with a peace prize. He dodged again. He became something that he was not before, just because of selfishness. Exactly the same thing they are doing in Biafra today. The same thing they are doing today. That's why we are very economic with the information we give to people, including when we have meetings with them. Because they can just turn overnight. Somebody will be having meeting today with planning. He want to use you to get favor for himself. He want to use you to say, oh, I am in contact communication with him. I am discussing with Simon. Just let me go and talk to him. Let me go and talk to him. And then you think that you are discussing with somebody who is serious. The next thing is, both will appear in a place that you never ever in your life imagine that something like that will appear. I will begin to vomit things. Tell you, oh, we must support P2B so that P2B will give you Biafra. And somebody is here telling, oh, P2B will create room for referendum. Referendum where? If Fulani cannot give you referendum now, it is not in P2B that will give you. Because in that P2B, they are still in control. Who is going to vote for referendum? If P2B have absolute power to order referendum in Nigeria, where is the constitution? Which constitution is P2B going to use to order referendum? It is not going to work. You must use something different. Because by political means, it is not possible. Fulani have structured Nigeria in a way that if they don't support the referendum, you can't get it. They can never support it because they have suffered for many years. They have used many years to build this particular structure of Nigeria's assembly. And you don't think you can just come overnight and change. That is why everybody that goes to the presidency, they fail from the south. Obasanjo was there. He failed. Tell me what he did to the Yoruba people. Nothing. Gulo Jonathan was there. Tell me what Gulo Jonathan. Nothing. It is just president in mouth. It is just president ceremony. Just there, the president from your neighbor, the president from Otuoke, all those nonsense. You go to the president or go to President Jonathan Otuoke today. You see any evidence of president coming from Otuoke? They don't have road to Otuoke. That is the problem. So some of you coming on social media, appearing on program, telling people that to vote P2B will give you Biafra. Sometimes I question your education. Sometimes I question your doctorate degree. Sometimes I question your professional degree. Sometimes I question this degree that some of you and title that some of you are parading on. Sometimes I question it. Did you actually have some kind of, knowledge of your to become a doctor, to become a professor, to become what you parade yourself today on social media? How can you know the structure of Nigeria, present Nigeria, what Fulani have suffered to become what they are today? in Nigeria, and you think P2B, who cannot even stand to talk about Biafra, who cannot even address Nnamdi, who cannot even agree that he is Igbo proud, since Nigeria is supporting him, since the people that, who cannot identify with Igbo, who cannot say, it is the turn of Igbo, vote me. He don't have the balls to say it, will be the one that will begin to channel the cause of Igbo and Biafra. In fact, some of you, Ewu is calling you Ewu is because Ewu is better than, is even better than some of you. In those days when we were little, when they want to insult you, they call you Atoro. They say Atoro because Atoro in those days doesn't have brain. I do not know how they are, what Atoro is in these days, because if you Atoro that we know these days, they can even come to your hand and collect food from your hand. In those days, Atoro will see Moto coming and will stand for Moto to kill him. These days, Atoro, before crossing the road, will look left and look right before he cross. I do not know where that thing comes. I do not know how things have changed. So calling you people Atoro is an insult to all these animals because they are now very brainy. I do not know where that thing comes from. Are you people in Nigeria noticing it? Did you notice that Atoro now in Nigeria now, they watch whether car is coming before they cross the road? But I'm telling you, in this old days, in late 80s, even early 90s, if you see Atoro, you will see car coming and the car will be doing P, the Atoro will be walking, and Atoro don't know that the car can actually kill him. And Atoro will walk, the car will stop, and sometimes you just go on the road, you see that the car have, one Atoro have been killed by a car. The car smashed because some in Nigeria, they don't care. But these days, you hardly will see where a car killed a goat or Atoro, because they have to look left and right before they do like a human being. So if I call them, somebody says sheep, of course we know that we have to be speaking this thing because it's very, very important. Let us mix our language a little bit. So this Atoro is, it sounds very funny, and so it is, that is the reason I'm saying it. So the Atoro is something that if you call somebody these days, it is not insult. So it is an insult to the Atoro itself, because Atoro has become very, very brainy that the cars no longer kill them as they used to kill them before. So I don't know where all these people get their title. That somebody will come online and start talking about P2B, how P2B will give you Biafra. Hey! And some people actually being deceived on this. Now, let us continue reading, because we are here for a serious lecture today. Mandela continue. Somebody say, what is Atoro? Atoro is a sheep. Atoro is a sheep. Atoro is like lamb, this white looking lamb or sheep, The ANC has always been hierarchical. The ANC has always a hierarchical position, highly respectful of its leaders. Mandela was left high and dry by the president's public statement. Some activists might have gone back to Lutuli, the leadership, to re-endorse the military, or quietly draw, not Mandela. Do you understand? At almost the most embarrassing possible moment, less than a week after Lutuli was awarded the Peace Prize in Oslo, Umkhonto we Swize launched its first military action. 5 bomb attack on power stations and the government building in Port Elizabeth, Durban, and Johannesburg on the December 16, 1961. December 16, 1961, Mandela led military wing of the freedom fighting for the liberation of South Africa bombed two power stations in Port Elizabeth and Johannesburg. You people don't know this. After he founded Umkhonto we Sizwe, Mandela was sent by the ANC for military training in Algeria and Ethiopia. Mandela went to Algeria and Ethiopia to train, to have military training. He held a gun for the first time. It felt comfortable in his hand when he fired at a rock across a river. He didn't hit it, but got close enough to raise dust nearby, delighting his instructors. Are you hearing me? Mandela returned from his trip in July 1962, but was arrested soon after and faced trial for sabotage in Rovania, a Johannesburg suburb. Police find incidents about the armed struggle, and Mandela and some of the others tried with him were convicted and jailed for life in 1964. Mandela was offered freedom several times on various conditions. On various conditions, they offered freedom to Mandela. They said, let us give you this condition and you go free. Let us give you money and you go free. Let us do this and you go free. Several conditions was given to Mandela. Mandela inside prison refused. He refused, including renouncing violence, but he refused. I want you people to follow me, because this is a man who knows what he wanted, how to liberate his people. But the same thing Mazen Kanu is doing today. The same thing the Nigerian government doing to Mazen Kanu today. They have called for many things and they refused. But a bunch of non-talent leaders with titles. If you urge them with BP to be come and support us, let's make it to be president, they will forget all the plan you had with them, how to lead people. They will tell you, oh, come, there is a new door. The new door now needs to validate Nigeria. Let us vote for the next 4 years. This thing is the way they have been deceiving Wazirike, deceive other people that have fought for Biafra for many years. Today, we say you cannot deceive us again. This approach we are taking today is the approach we are going to take. And if you don't like it, sorry for yourself. Uncle Swazi, Umkhonto we continued its fight. When Mandela was arrested, this particular group continued their fight. They did not stop because Mandela was arrested, launching hundreds of bomb attacks. But just as he had embraced violence without the permission of the heirs, Mandela on his own initiative wrote to leaders of the white supremacist government in 1985, initiating peace talk. Gradually, he negotiated a peaceful end to apartheid and the release of political prisoners. One of the last to be freed, he continued talk with the white government and persuaded it to agree to free domestic election and, in effect, the surrounding of its power. Umkhonto Sizwe abandoned its policy of violence in 1990 as negotiation on the dismantling of the apartheid and the setting up of free election continued. Now, what is the difference between us here? The difference between us here is that we have decided to protect ourselves with arms because the government sponsoring Fulani, both and foreign Fulani, to kill and annihilate us. We cannot watch to come to kill us. So we decided to arm our people to protect our land, and that is what we are doing. That is the difference. Different was that there is no Fulani, there is no government-sponsored terrorist killing South Africans. Rather, the government of the apartheid was responsible for the killing of the ANCs and South Africans. Without the approach that Mandela followed, nobody would listen to him. That is not to say that we are following the exact approach of Mandela, but drawing some kind of strength from that will make you to know that Nigeria is different from South Africa. Nigeria is different. So we are following this particular struggle with what I call the multidimensional approach. And today, of these people that killed our people, they come to claim victim. That's why I want to show you this particular video now. Some of them, the Northern group, have actually called for their own seat at home. Did you hear anybody raise eyebrow? Now listen, they are claiming victim.
As to speak with one voice in the interest of North and Northerners. Today we are addressing you based on the circumstances leading to what we are going to announce shortly. You are aware that throughout this year, there has been continued killing and destructions of properties of Northerners that are either resident in the southeastern part of Nigeria or are on transit for business purposes, moving from the north to the east or from the east to the north. You are aware that the outlawed members of the IPOB and ESN have continually been killing and destroying properties of Northerners. Not only that, even security agencies who are trained and have...
Did you people hear the lies coming out from this man that IPOB continuously kill and attack Northerners? This is a complete lie. They are now here claiming victim. But you know, after this video, none of these leaders now, because they are afraid of Fulani, none of these leaders that claim that they are Hanes or elders will make a counter statement to correct the wrong impression that this man is making here. Because we have been the victim of the Fulani attack many, many years. As a matter of fact, I want to pull one of the let me bring one of the something in the screen for you to see that Enugu community, 50 persons were killed. 50 persons were killed. And in Ehamufu, over 50 persons were killed, just like, you know, days back. And nobody talked about them. Over 50 persons were killed. Now, let me show this video. Over 50 were killed in Hamufu. And he is here claiming victim. Yet, all these pregnant men cannot come to put culpability where culpability is.
My mom for the cherry gubo. The next I hear ko jubazie ya. Osi na ma side benebo. Asi na ndi niile benebo odosa ndi besa oso ya na ha ncha gbofucha na abani. Mgbo na ada bo na mgbo na ada no mgbo na ada ekiri mgbo na ana. Egwe na ada yesterday night. Onye asi na onu hokwa the thing. Ka na akọwa ya ka umu ike me na ba. That is yesterday made them everybody they vacate. That's no really the KB 11, 12. Zube mom you conquer her, Zube Mecca. Emeka Emeyo na ụkọ gịnị a na-anụ mkpọtụ ụzọụkwụ mma that's not like two persons be efutara iro hụzie ha ruru about 20 something si azụ ebe ahụ na-awụ ọfịa ịghọtago so na ọdịzi na onwe nke ejide n'obodo ụmụ na-akpọ saịdị be ọfịa the man kpụ ogologo ahụ ntofu gbasịa kedu ebe isi bịa gị ka ị na-achọ ebe ọkpọ afa kọntrị o si bịa asị kedu ịchọba ebe ọtụ na onwe ha that person bụ information as onye na-onye ha information si ha na ebe ndị mmadụ bi as in everywhere tight ha bụ mmadụ yesterday n'ezigbo abalị anweghị ezi ebe mmadụ ma agbaga eziokwu ahụ
ije abalị na-adọrọkwa na mma ije ụtụtụ ọlụ earliest morning na-adọrọkwa mma ije mgbede adịghịkwa na mma ọ kakwa broad light. Honestly, you must pass through this road. Ọkwa Mvene road, 4 corners, ọkwa isi 4 corners na-agụ to udo ebe back ihe a na-eme ụzọ Mvene banyị Mvene osimiri ọkwa zaida nke ihe a na-eme ọ bụrụkwa na obere ihe eziokwu m ọ ka mma na mmadụ atravụrọcha da na ishiki nwachi gị ọ ka mma na onye ọbụla n'obodo ka anyị gwagodo Chukwu ka anyị pa ma ito asị ụlọ ude gas obi na-agbanwe unu ọkwa nụkọta ihe na police station ịfụcha moto ịfụcha ozu disuma na ozu disboy n'ụtụtụ ị ga-ọdụ.
This is the harmful you on as in the Igbo you can't be but we the Biafra revolutionary movement we sent ESN to go to Ihamufu to confront these killers. And they did. Now listen to Northerners.
License to protect lives and properties of Nigerians are not spared by these outlawed organizations of IPOB and the ESN. This has called from December 1st till today, December 13th. 14th rather, these killings also continued non-stop. Desist from transporting anything good and services from the north to the east. This is not intended to punish the Easterners, the entire Easterners, or to cause delay or losses even to the Northerners themselves. But this is for the purpose of sending a message of our displeasure to the eastern part of Nigeria, most especially their governors, the traditional rulers, the stakeholders, that enough of this killing is enough. We are law-abiding as Northerners. We believe in the law. We respect the law.
This is how they respect the law of the land of Nigeria.
What is all this? What is all this? If I shall bubble broad like the man, please take me to
the people you see now. They are running away from their communities. They are running away, leaving their land. And you have leaders. You have people who come to social media to talk about P2B. You have people who call themselves professor. Let us vote P2B. The people that could not stand on their ground to defend the people in the land. The people telling you, oh, the woman was killed in Enugu. They sit at home, you kill woman. Look at how people are running away from their land. They could not talk, not even to condemn the Fulani killing in BIAFRALAND. And we are crying blood. We are crying blood. Some of you, you cannot hear them talk about this. Today they come to claim victim. Victim. This is just one. In this particular community, about 50 people, over 50 people were killed. I'm going to bring into the screen how they reported it. How the Nigeria newspaper reported it. They say the untold story. It is always untold, but the own story is being told every day. But when it comes to the killing of Biafra, it is always untold. I want you to listen.
Abide by the law. So we will not on our own start destroying or killing Easterners resident in the north. We will also, any of our own people, carry such actions because it's against the law.
Because you can't kill us again and go free. Never. That is before. Now you can't kill Biafrans and go free. We have armed ourselves, just like you, for self-defense. So you can, of course, sometimes you can succeed to attack. But when we come back, we will deal with you. You can't kill us again. Never. Gone are those days that you kill our people and go free. In a Hamufu, they receive it. Very, very hot. We chase them away. Completely.
The law. And we also know that those that are doing the killing in the east are not the same Easterners that are resident in the north. So Easterners resident in the north can continue to reside and continue to do their lawful businesses. They are free, they are protected. Northerners are friendly. But for the east northerners that are in the east also, we are saying be careful and cooperate. Every truck driver, every taxi driver, every J5 driver, every Sharon and is moving from passenger to transportation and services from the north to the east. We are saying from tomorrow, 15th, please desist from doing that so that we can send a signal to these people, our brothers in the east, that we are not happy with what they are doing.
You cannot call us brothers. We are not brothers. You cannot be killing your own brothers. This is what these people have done, running over our land, killing us, our women. And today they are ordering sit at home. They are ordering blockade. And today it started. These people don't know their perishable goods. We don't need their goods. Their goods is poison to us.
The hospital, don't allow me to die. My husband say you not. And I rush on getting to NTH. Name I can do the emergency. The guy lose a lot of blood. What kind of thing is this? All government, but I believe nothing will happen to you. Nothing will happen to you. Biko, oh, you are going to walk one thing. You make a buy or broke over here. Yeah, broke one home, one neck or broke one. Oh, they will now come out. One side, making her try me. Like 50 people, even one woman they go down and my sister can manage to take this woman out. The most part, the small boy 4 years old. My husband called me. I just the old this 4 years old boy, which one old woman, when me hear this small boy man there. But I said the blood of this boy, I tell you, I think you're on I who enjoy no. Oh, you're some governor or in Connie. Jen and Venant, and there's no network there. There's network. Last time I had us quitting Nnamdi. They now went to Obioma immediately. Strike that money. Mad. Papanda Palokwa. No fear. Even now, 100,000 a bill in the 100,000, 200. Where for? My sister say when I tell you this thing is hot. Oh, you're going to everybody, I know, but my security starts from the first citizen of the state, which is the governor himself. Man, I say, oh, you're going to quite for Biko. Oh, you're no way the very important. Four corners where Nnamdi. Please call me. Mama Nadim I know that area that moment. Biko, go here and do sure. Open is an urgent thing. Man, open up broke an urgent thing. Go here open cannot to Biko. This is hot. I think
this has been what was going on. Aneze did not talk. Elder Council did not talk. All these people today that are writing petition against Ekpa, they didn't even know that Biafrans are being killed. Of course, they never cared. But we provided security for them. We went there and fought the terrorists. Defeated them. What did the military do? The 82nd Division GOC, what did he do? He entered into the community after we defeated Fulani. In Four Corner, after we defeated the Four Corner, he summoned security meeting. Who are those who went to confront the terrorists in Four Corner? Today, are you hearing them? No. But when the military went to Hamufu, what did they do? They burned over 100 houses. Over 100 from 82 Division. How many of these people who say they love Ndigbo, who is now concerned about sit at home, how many of them condemned the military for burning over 100 homes in Amufu? So why can't this Ohanes and Igbo, why can't Okwadike and co send delegates to Amufu and do findings for themselves? They don't care about you. They don't care. If you follow these people to truncate the opportunity for freedom next year, you will all live to regret it. I am telling you, because these people will finish all of you. I know that is not going to be possible. So let me bring to the screen how Nigeria media reported it. This is how Daily News reported it. Daily News say a Hamufu massacre, untold story as herdsmen killed over 50 in Enugu. It become an untold story. Always an untold story. It is always untold. When it comes to Biafra, the story is always untold. Yet, you have people who come to condemn what we are doing for our freedom. You have people who can write Finland. You have people who can write EU. You have people who can take Samaneka to court. They have not taken any single Fulani leader, especially the people making this broadcast. They have not taken any of them to court. Because the Fulani is in charge of their life. So, when it comes to reporting how they kill our people, they say, a Hamu that we liberated, untold story as herdsmen in Enugu. It become untold. I want Biafrans to read with me today. Look at the stomach they have. All the people that call themselves police, they have stomach. They can't stand to fight. Look at them. Now, deserted, grave silent, terror-stricken. This word captured the mood of a Hamufu, a town in Isu's or local government area of Enugu State, town a ghost village. They made it ghost village. Ohanese did not talk. Is this a Hamufu people not part of Igbo they want to save in the seat at home? Ask yourself a question. All these people writing everywhere, making petition against Samanaba, are these people not part of the Igbo they are talking about? Is a Hamufu Nigeria? A Hamufu a foreign land? I am asking you today for you to know everything. When we cause it, sent their to go and kill children. To that must stop. Campaign to push their and propaganda, politically propaganda against America. But her next mention to of her, and they even raise their mouth or against anybody. It's the people that they are doubting they want to protect. This is the people that say Sakpa is the enemy of Ndigbo. This is the people that Samanekpa a hero or a villain. The people who say that Samanekpa is destroying Ali Igbo. Destroying that. Ask where are they? Where were they? And what are they doing for over 50 Igbo people that were slaughtered by Fulani just few weeks ago? I am talking about how many days was it? Let us even see this report now happened yesterday. This is 14th. This is 14th of December report by Daily Post. 14th of December yesterday. It was untold story. Become untold story. Because we have been hammering and the story will never be told. This is not even the complete story because they will always lie. So let us continue. Correspondents who visited the town report that the communities are totally under siege. Community is now under siege of the military because we went there to fight the terrorists and we liberated them. What happened next? Military invaded and burned their houses, villages, creating IDP. But when this Fulani killed 50, military did not come from 82 Division. It was only when we went there to confront and defeat them. With market locked up, houses abandoned, and all the residents now seeking refuge in internally displaced person IDP in neighboring towns and cities. Market locked up. When are they going to open the market in a Hamufu? Because the market now is permanently locked up. That is a permanent lockdown. Haneze is not telling them to unlock the market. Haneze did not know that military have taken over part of Igbo land, protecting the Fulani invasion and the run over of our land. Even a pregnant woman was killed in this attack. Among the 50 men, among BIAFRANS killed by Fulani, a pregnant woman was there. They killed him, they killed the woman, opened the womb and break out the child. That is sacrilege. Yet, Ohaneze is not talking. That is why the God of Biafra have left them. That is why they don't have any offer. That is why the Lord and the Jesus and everything they believe in have left them. That is why Ohaneze and every elder in Igbo land is a calf. That is why nobody listens to them. The spirit in the land have deserted them. The glory left them. How can you be a leader and 50 people were killed, including pregnant women, were killed and butchered in Enugu State, and not even a word came out from the elders? But sit at home is their problem because of people. And they tell you that they care for you. When this killing was happening, people were raising alarm. Social media was everywhere. Social media, the video is everywhere. And people were asking, because of Hamufu did something that is very bad. They sabotaged the ESN. People were asking, where is your ESN? Is killing Hamufu. Where is that ESN now? Samonet, where is that ESN? What do? We mobilize ESN because they were the one who sabotaged the ESN because of politics. It's a politics you hear now. ESN left it. The criminals in the US that were expelled, they were lying to Biafrans. You don't have access to ESN. You don't have access to anybody. Where is which of the? Ask them now, which ESN do they have? Because now the truth is out. You people cannot believe that they don't have any men. They don't have any control of ESN. But we have been telling you people from the day you didn't believe us. They were doing propaganda. They will snap picture and post it online. Even our picture leak, they post it online. Oh, ESN is at work. When they go and shoot a cow, back, they will post, oh, ESN is at work. When they make a video, they do acrobatic. Oh, ESN. They don't have any control of ESN. ESN is under command and control. They have their own command system. And we care for the ESN. We provide for them feeding, everything they need. Because they don't have control over ESN, they told you that, oh, they should go and call Enugu State. They should go and call the governor of Enugu State. They should go and do this one, call that one, come and help them. When our men rescued the people of Ehamufu, the video went viral. They also posted it on their own platform. So today, you have been able to see that indeed they have no control over the ESN, because ESN have come to understand all of them are they so down, sabotage the Biafra struggle. So every ESN commander have come to understand. Working with them is tantamount to being a criminal. And that is a fact. But we went to Hamufu and we defeated them. We liberated the Hamufu and they now brought military. and military took over the place. And today they are under siege. Yet nobody is talking. So how can these people represent your interests? How can you believe people that could not even speak when they are being killed, that are going to give you Biafra after Toby? Hi! Although I am just doing this in response to what the Northerners have done. So I want you to let us read. Residents say over 50% have been allegedly within the last few weeks by Rapid Fulani herdsmen aided by Igala people of Benue State. Sources from the town put the number of those killed in the last 2 years to 160. 160% have been killed. Yet, Igbo kept mute. Igbo, the people that call themselves Igbo, including those who say they are in London or where making video, wearing a chieftaincy, this thing, making video. Samonekpa come to, I will put you in a hotel and give you pocket money. I look at them and laugh. Look at them and laugh. Samonekpa come to. These are the bunch of idiots that find their way to abroad. Very, very confused, depressed, and useless. Depression. All of them are suffering from depression because they can't go back to BIAFRALAND. They can't go home. They can't go home. With what we are doing to get freedom, they can't go home. When they did all this BP to B, this P2B is Abuja, they want to stay closer to power to make money. Somebody say, MSA, you have finally watched that plan. I didn't watch him. I didn't watch him. Somebody told me. I am telling you, I did not watch it. I don't have time for that. I have so many things doing. Somebody was telling me, somebody was making a video and say I should come to hotel and put me to hotel. I didn't watch it. Before God and man, I don't watch it. You know, somebody told me. So and I don't need any, I don't have any reason to doubt the information the person gave me. I didn't watch it. Now, prior to the latest sad event on Thursday, 8th day of December. This attack happened on the 8th of December is what? Today is on the 16th day. Just 8 days ago. 8 days ago, this thing happened. A Hamu has been synonymous with killings and other criminal activities, with every effort made by Governor Ugwuanyi of Enugu State unable to yield any desired result. Which effort? There is no effort made by Ugwuanyi. It was after we went to Ehamufu to defeat the Fulani that Ugwuanyi came there. Which effort did Ugwuanyi? Can you mention what effort that Ugwuanyi made? Why did he make any effort? Ugwuanyi was there. I was on this platform announcing Ehamufu, announcing that we are coming to Ehamufu, irrespective of what we have done. We cannot allow them to be killed. Now we went there to chase this Fulani out. What did they do? They brought military and start bombing their houses. Is that fair? Is that fair? On 50 lives that have been lost in Igbo, 50 lives of Igbo were lost in Ehamufu, and the Ohanese did not talk. Elders did not talk. All this nick and poop everywhere. But today did not talk. Even now, till I'm making this program, they have not talked. Nobody have spoken against it. Till now, no. But you know, we don't care. We said they have actually lost every respect of the young generation of Biafrans. But look at, you think that they are going to debunk,
and we cannot continue to tolerate the continuous killing and destruction of properties of northerners, either resident in the east or are transacting between north and east in the name of our business. And we're also calling on our youth to please calm down, that there is no need for any action. This that we are doing is enough enough to send to these people, and we believe that their leaders will listen and they will also act on this. While we are commending our security agencies for the best that they have been doing, we will continue to pray for them and for God guidance and protection. For those that have lost their lives, we are praying that God receive their souls in good faith, and those that lost their properties, we also pray and hope that God will provide for them so that they will get back what they have lost.
For strike, starting from 12 o'clock, a minute after 12 o'clock tomorrow. That's on Thursday, on the 15th December 2022. Our reason of going to this strike is because of the people that they are in eastern part of Nigeria, airport and eastern. They are destroying our trucks, killing our drivers whenever they carry goods to them. That is this strike. As of from let's say this December, they killed more than 100 people. I'll give you an example.
Look at them.
There's an truck carry people coming to North. They stop the vehicle and kill about 42 people, which will have the evidence and the facts that anybody who wants it, he should contact the Northern Consensus Movement. He will see
Look at them.
the same thing in Lobanta, the same thing in Aba. They kill the driver. The man is from Nasarawa State. 3 of them, they have taken the dead body to Nasarawa State.
Look at them.
For burial, whereby people they are so worried. They even wanted to bring peace between any Igbo and Nasarawa State people. Thank God, we are no about this Nigeria.
Look at
our children, anything that our leaders, our tell them that they should not. They used to abide by that.
They used to abide by that. So who told them to go 50 people in a Hamufu? Is it by your order? So you are saying that anything you tell them to do is what they're going to do. So which means somebody told them to go to Hamufu and kill over 50 Igbo people in Hamufu. That is what this particular your speech represents.
That is why they calmed the situation there. Yeah. So due to that, we are not going to agree to allow this thing to continue happening to our donors.
His name is Alleged Katie, National Chairman, Cattle Dealers Association of Nigeria, President, Cattle Dealers Association of Nigeria. He is calling on all his members to join NCM. He is giving directives. He has already joined the movement. So let all his members join him back on this strike.
Nan da kuke ji na mutane mu nasu da kicin mutanewa kicin kawai aljihunsu a cikin mutane su zo su karbi abin da za su karba su tafi don haka mu haɗa kai mu goyi bayan bawan Allah nan mu tafi su ta abin nan yajin aiki in Allah da sai gwamnati ta ba mu information tabbaci tsare mu da tsare dukiya.
You should avoid on all that hearsay from other parts. These people which they are not supporting this strike.
You are hearing from the word.
The federal government, led by the Minister of Interior Abdurrahman Dambaza, met with the Miyetti Alakat Breeders Association of Nigeria in Kebbi State, offering them the sum of 100 billion naira over 2 years to stop the kidnapping in the country. The meeting lasted over 4 hours on Friday as negotiations dragged on, with the association initially asking for 160 billion naira. The minister said that the strategy was part of the steps needed to tackle insecurity in the country as prescribed by the Economic Community of West ECOWAS. The headsman is in since 2015 after Mohammed.
That is the people that is telling you, law-abiding citizen, we are being paid billions to stop killing and kidnapping. Now, this is their secretary. Their secretary is now telling you, oh, everybody should come out because they are killing them. I want you people to understand what is going on here. they will commit this crime and come to claim victim.
His name is Alhaji Bello Keti, National Chairman, Cattle Dealers Association of Nigeria. President, Cattle Dealers Association of Nigeria. He is calling on all his members to come back to join NCM. He's giving directives as his
Dealers Association of Nigeria. They call him the president, Cattle Dealers Association of Nigeria. Now listen to this.
The federal government, led by the Minister of Interior Abdurrahman Dambazo, Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria.
The president meet with the Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria and listen to this man, who he is.
Our northerners. His name is Alhaji Bello Keti, National Chairman, Cattle Dealers Association of Nigeria. President, Cattle Dealers Association of Nigeria.
Did you hear that? President, National Association, Cattle Dealers of Nigeria. Let us go back here again.
The federal government, led by the Minister of Interior Abdurrahman Dambazo, met with the Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria in Kebbi State, offering them the sum of 100 billion naira over 2 years to stop kidnapping in the country.
They offered them over 100 billion to stop kidnapping for 2 years. Are you people hearing me? Over 100 billion offered to these terrorists to buy guns, buy ammunition they are using to kill us today. That's why they can invade. When they invade your community, at least your community will be wiped. It is the money, taxpayers' money they used to sponsor terrorism. Now, let us go back here again.
Our northerners. His name is Alhaji Bello Keti, National Chairman, Cattle Dealers Association of Nigeria. President, Cattle Dealers Association of Nigeria. He is calling on all his members to embark to join NCM. He is giving directives as he has already joined the movement. So let all his members embark on this strike.
To ku bar jirgin nan da kuke ji na mutane munafukai wanda ba su kishin mutanen arewa su kawai aljihunsu a ci su zo su karbi abin da za su tafi. Haka mu haɗa kai mu goyi bayan bawan Allah nan mu tafi su ta abin nan yajin aiki in Allah da sai gwamnati ta ba mu information tabbaci. You
should avoid on all that hearsay from other parts. These people, they are not supporting this strike. They are not doing it for the people of the northerners. Rather, they are doing it on what to get. So they are after what to get.
Because look at how they claim victim of what.
The federal government, led by the Minister of Interior Abdurrahman Dambazo, met the Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria in Kebbi State, offering them the sum of 100 billion naira over 2 years to stop kidnapping in the country. The meeting lasted over 4 hours on Friday, and negotiations dragged on, with the association initially asking 60 billion naira. The minister said that the strategy was part of the steps needed to tackle insecurity in the country as prescribed by the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS. The herdsman crisis has risen since 2015 after Muhammadu Buhari became president. Their rampage has spread not only in the north but also throughout the southern zones of the country. The killings by the herdsmen have led them to be tagged the fourth most dangerous and deadly terrorist group in the world by the World Terror Index. The acting Inspector General of Police, Muhammad Adamu, who was also at the meeting in Kebbi State, added that over 1,000 people had been killed and many more kidnapped in Kaduna. However, he said that this intervention was necessary to bring the criminals to book. Kebbi State Governor Atiku Bagudu said hosting the meeting in his state shows the seriousness of President Muhammadu Buhari's administration in tackling the security challenges in the country. Responding, the president of the association, Alhaji Muhammad Kiruba, said the meeting would serve as a foundation for peace between the Fulani herdsmen and farmers, Fulanis themselves. Roots TV, Nigeria.
Nigeria, on a daily basis, witness the impunity which is so-called Fulani herdsmen extremists who share an ethnic and religious identity with President Buhari and the Fulani elite, which now dominates all key institutions in Nigeria.
To open an investigation specifically into the wide-scale and systematic killing of the civilian population, most notably targeting the indigenous people of Biafra.
Clear now the Biafran issue on the radar screen of the government, of the Biden administration, of Congress.
Ongoing and wide-scale systematic killing of the civilian population, and again specifically targeting the IPOB.
Being used against Biafrans, but affirmatively supporting an effort to have an independence referendum organized and conducted by the United Nations, as was done in South Sudan.
They formally open an investigation and look into what we are identifying as a genocide that's being Nigerian government and extremist Fulanis against the indigenous people of Biafra.
There's been nothing in experience since 1960 to suggest there simply is not a way, given the history of division between the Fulani and the Biafrans, to think that they can coexist under a single sovereign rule.
The agenda. That is why I hate it when we join them together, Hausa Fulani. There is no tribe like Hausa Fulani. It's Hausa or Fulani. It's a Fulani agenda that the Hausa man doesn't even know. They use religion. In March, the World Islamic Council, quote me anywhere, go and search, is there. They send a message to the Islamic Ummah in Nigeria. Make sure all the major political parties have Muslims, so that the Christians have to vote the major PDP and APC.
So hear that? He said that make sure that all the major political parties have Muslims in them, and yet ended up messing up by mentioning P2B.
So that any Muslim that comes up is going to continue the legacy of Buhari. Buhari is the 16th most influential Muslim in the world. They said Buhari has contributed a lot to Islam. The next president must continue. They use money. Only God knows where they got the money. Ruga means my land. How many of you have ever asked? Ruga, you think Ruga is a Hausa word? Ruga is a Fulani word. It means my land. They say let's do it all over Nigeria. That Nigeria is their land. There are Christians, there are Muslims, as you said. They don't.
You see, everybody knows all this. They want and feel about P2P. They will open their mouth after knowing all these things they tell you about P2P. P2P running mate is from Mauritania. Is also part of the conquest of Nigeria. The father moved from Mauritania to Nigeria and they conquered, they said he built a dynasty in Nigeria. In Zaria, today, he is the daddy that is running mate to P2P. P2P, extremist Fulani, to become a running mate.
Crimes you have in the north, the insecurity you have in the north is as a direct consequence of their own action. They groomed them. Al-Qaeda in the Maghreb, ISIS in West Africa, Boko Haram, Fulani herdsmen, bandits, all of them. Who brought them to Nigeria? It's Fulani. Fulani brought them into Nigeria. El-Rufai brought them in. Bauchi State Governor brought them in. Are you people deaf and dumb and stupid when you come out and you pretend, oh, we are one Nigeria? And show me, somebody was asking, where is the boundary of Biafra begin? And where did the boundary of Nigeria begin? People from Niger come in and go as they like. Most of these idiots are from Niger. They are building a pipeline to Niger. They are building a rail line to Niger. They are building roads to Niger. Whereas where the money comes from, which is BIAFRALAND, we don't have those infrastructure. No, we don't. But you're taking our money. You come to Izom, you come to Ohaji, you come to Ebema, you come to Aguleri, you come to Ebu. You take our resources, sell it, get the money, and now you're building the way to Niger Republic, and you want me to be happy with you. Clap for you. Nigeria is one Nigeria. I think you maybe not again. You are saying you come to my land, you take our oil, you take our gas, you take our money, you take everything, our VAT, our tax that we pay. You are now building a road from Katsina to Niger, airport in Niger, refinery in Niger. You take oil, you crude oil from my land, you take it to Niger, you refine it, you bring it as a refined petroleum or as PS as it. And you're telling me that that country is viable. You're telling me that Nigeria should be supported. We are in one Nigeria. We are not going anywhere. You're dying every day. Because those that they appointed to speak for you, they gave them money and positions. So that they come out on the pages of newspaper to give the world the misleading impression that everything is okay, when things are okay. Go to the statements of Ohaneze and see the contradiction. You see, you go through the statement of Ohaneze and you see the contradiction. You see the contradiction. Always the same. They have not changed. Now, you know, I want you people to look at this particular report today from Barrister Aloy Ejimako. Barrister Aloy Ejimako report from visiting Oyindu. Look at it. Ejiofor has disappeared. But I know, of course, after this one, he will come out. Look at. Look at. I don't know why. Anyway, I'm not here. Special update. Today, I said, Oyindu, he instructed me to make it public that he has not been given his drugs for the past 9 days. He has not eaten today because DSS says that they don't have money to buy his food. It is always like that. Sad report. Umuchi Onyendu is in high spirit. I don't know if he's saying it too. Umuchineke. Umuchineke Ejiofor is the eye of the Nigeria government in IPOB. Ejiofor is the eye of the Nigeria government in IPOB. Ejiofor is the eye of the Nigeria government in IPOB. Ejiofor is the Ejiofor was the eye of Nigeria in IPOB. All the commanders that died, Ejiofor was part of the eyes. Ejiofor entered IPOB and Nnamdi Kanu was taking him as a lawyer and he became the eye of the Nigeria government in IPOB. He became the eye in IPOB. Ejiofor was the eye of Nigeria in IPOB. All the commanders that died, Ejiofor was part of the eyes. Ejiofor entered IPOB and Nnamdi Kanu was taking him as a lawyer and he became the eye of the Nigeria government in IPOB. He became the eye of Umahi in IPOB. Ejiofor was the eye of Nigeria in IPOB. All the commanders that have you seen it? That is what is going on. But Ejiofor came. Oh, a report. Onyendu say he is canceling sit at home. Onyendu say there is no sit at home, as if Onyendu ordered sit at home. Onyendu say, where is Ejiofor?
have the criminal and treacherous Ejiofor said that Onyendu have not worked for 9 days? Have they reported it? No. But you see, for those who are worried about, don't worry, because Ejiofor is playing a very smart one. You know, Ejiofor is playing a very smart one. I do not know when I do not know when the picture of Emmanuel Kanu and Barrister Ejiofor, the town crier, you know, begin to fly on the pages of Twitter of Barrister Ejimako. I don't know when that one started, but everything is good. But I want to tell Biafrans that ukwu na-aga warawara, anya na-aga ghara na-enekwe anya. Guy that is here in the picture is the one doing the tank. So I don't know the game Ejiofor is playing. Other Ejiofor and the both Ejiofor. Because now, all of a sudden, if they are appearing in the picture of Aloy Ejimako, or have the high spirit now, you know, send him to go and attach himself to Ejimako. I don't get it too. But let it be like Asiri. I'm going to Asiri now. Asiri, they won't corner. Okay? I am raising concern. My concern is that Ejiofor Nemeka that was doing town crier saying that onye this Mugwagi, onye this Mugwunu, onye this Nkasi Nkozo, he is the one standing with Ejimako on this picture. And I don't know when that one started. Maybe he has been going with Ejimako before, and today they decided to take pictures. Or has Carol White asked them to go with Ejimako today to monitor what they are saying, to monitor what Ejimako is discussing with Onyen? I don't know. You know, because the one we don't know is bigger than us. What you don't know is bigger than you. So if it is that they have been going like that before, and today they decided to snap picture, it's good. But when you snap this picture like this, it means that something not usual. It is not something usual. You know, if they are going together to see Onyendu before, today shouldn't be a special day to take pictures. So it is either something happened somewhere and all of them find themselves to visit Onyendu, and with that excitement, let us take a picture and post it to show that we were all together to see Onyendu. So I don't know. My brain I don't know normal kauno because I am differently. In different places all the time. That is why I'm different. So when I see things, I see them differently than any other woman. I'm telling you, that is me. So there is something that is, you know, there is something that is not adding up. Just like I say, you know that before, when you meet somebody and you want to take a picture, if it is something you are doing every day, you can't just start, come, let us take a picture. No, it is because something not ordinary, not usual has happened. So it is either this Nnamdi Ejiofor is going for the very first time after a long break, or that someone and let us see that all of them together. Because I just want to know, we don't, there is no need, there is no need for us to know who went with Aloy Ejimako. You know, so Aloy Ejimako have to also be very, very careful, because on the people that want your downfall will stop at nothing. They are going to infiltrate you. They are going to do everything and come closer to you. You must be very careful. If you have been going with them before, I don't have a problem. If you have been, you know, my own is public. If you have been going with these people, especially this Nnamdi who become tank crier to EDOS, that is making voice audio, sending to share on the social media. So if you are going with him before, you know, I don't know. Forgive me because I don't know. But if you are with him before, this time around, he just want to make video, then no problem. But if this is just a new development, watch it too, because we are not hearing the White again. We are not hearing the White again. No. Watch him closely. Watch him. But if it is normal that this Emeka is following you to go and see Onyendu before, that we don't know, and today he just decided to make it public, then disregard what I'm saying. But if it is not the case, watch it too, because Ejiofor is not happy. That is a fact. Ejiofor is not happy that Abu Anamu, and it has nothing to do with you. But because they have attacked your village, they have attacked your town during the lockdown, and it was only in your town that the attack took place in the first place. So, which I condemn seriously, even on Twitter, when you post when you make the video. So that's why it is only in your town that the attack started for sit at home. All right. On this note, we are going to end here and we'll start tomorrow again. May God bless Nnamdi Kanu. May God bless Sunday Igbo. May God bless Professor Akintoye. God bless all of you. God bless our gallant men. May God bless Omada and their husband. God bless our media team and all the supporters. God bless all of you. Remember, Saturday is the fundraising, the youth fundraising, the mega youth fundraising, and you must make sure that your children, your family is part of this mega fundraising. Very, very important. Thank you very much. May God bless all on this also, all Igwes, all Ezemos, all Ndiche, all Ezemwines, all pastors, all priests. May God bless all of you. From here, from me, is good evening. You must go and listen to Simon Ekpa, who is doing a very fantastic job. Very great job that Simon Ekpa is doing. Very, very, absolutely fantastic job that he's doing. You must listen to him and share his videos accordingly. Very, very important. He is bringing a new dimension to this very awareness that we're making, and you must listen to him. Very, very important.
Biafra, we have emerged triumphant from all our foes. Through the crucible unscathed, we passed victorious.